Hello everybody, this is George Hammerbacher, voice of the Action Pool Tour, back in the booth to start the 2020 Action Pool Tour season. And we're here at the Palatial Q-Master Billiards in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And we've drawn a very, very strong field of I believe 55 or 56 players going to contest over a 2-day period this first title of the 2020 Action Pool Tour season. Our first contestants are going to be the local Greg Sabins, who is the owner of the Greg's Not So Pro Shop. He does expert cue repair work, and he's a real nice player. Good guy. I've known him since I've been down here on the Action Pool Tour, and his opponent is Mr. Jared Pitts, a young gun from down this way, who had a real strong finish a couple of months ago in an Action Tour event in Richmond, where he beat two really tough players. He beat Chris Bruner and one other guy back to back that were real tough, strong favorites. This ought to be a good match. This is a race to 8 9-ball. 9-ball is hit balls in rotation, the lowest number ball first. No balls need be called. The 9-ball, if it goes down, wins the game. If it's hit legitimately in the correct order, no shots need be called. And it's alternate breaks, and it's a race to 8 on the undefeated side, and a race to 7 on the one-loss side. And this Q-Masters has 14 just delectable diamond tables here in a tournament room with the perfect lighting. They're playing on the Simonis 860 Tournament Blue on diamond tables with Aramith balls. Just all sponsors of the Action Pool Tour. These are the best equipment known to man. They played a world-class straight pool event on this about 2-3 months ago. These tables are also expertly covered by a player in our field today, a professional named Eric Moore. His EFM pool cue covering, table covering company. He's an expert table mechanic and a great player in his own right, and we have like I said, a good field of 56 players. I'm all pumped for the beginning of the 2020 season. We're going to have a lag for break between Mr. Pitts and Greg Sabins. They shake hands, and they're getting ready to rock and roll here. Looks like, a great lag from Jared Pitts, and Jared takes the opening break, and it's alternate break, which means if you fall behind in this, it could be difficult to come back, because you could run out of game on your break, but then your opponent gets back up there, and he or she might be also capable. We have 2 ladies players in this event too. Miss Liz Taylor, formerly of the WPBA Classic Women's Tour, and the local longtime player, Mrs. Jackie Dugan. Her husband Bill is always in these tournaments. Real good player. So here we go. Jared hits a soft break shot, pockets a wing ball, but his one ball's up table, and that's where a safety will probably be played. tried to hide him. I tried to hide Greg behind the deuce, but didn't work, and Greg Sabins is at the table now. Excellent safety. He tucks Jared behind that 5 ball and really doesn't look like, unless he can get to the side rail here, a good hit. An excellent play. So a very nice hit. And that can be very important in a match like this. These guys are probably pretty close. This is my 8th season on the mic for the Action Pool Tour. Hard to believe. Oh. These are 4.5-inch pockets and deep shelves. These are Diamond Pro tables, 4.5 by 9, 4.5-inch pockets across the points and the corner pockets. Playing with ultra quick, responsive rails. The very best equipment out there. World tournaments are played on this equipment. He probably might try to play the safe by putting the 2 ball down behind those balls and bringing the cue ball up to his pocket where he is, or if he can do that. I can't quite see what Greg or whatever, excuse me. Just the end effects of a lingering cold I've had for the last 3 weeks. Okay, that's an interesting looking array of balls. He might try to play the 2-8 carom. Cue ball into the 2. This is safe. He's coming back. He might be playing the 2. Greg thins the 2 and comes up table. The 2 came almost back where it was sitting. It was wedged behind that ball. This looks like if the 2 doesn't go, might be a lockdown safety. But it might go, so Greg might be shooting this 2 out. No, it was a lockdown safety. He gave up a 2 railer on it. Or possibly he can hit it direct. That's a shot Greg should have locked him up on. Jump cues are also legal. Here's my man Buck, a gentleman down here that runs tournaments with out of Cue Masters here, and also fixes cues from time to time. He did some expert work for me a few months ago, and just fine. All I could say is I'm a equipment fanatic, and Buck did some real nice work. Jared pours in the deuce, finally getting a shot. He's going to have to stand on a leg to shoot this or shoot righty. Let's see how he shoots righty. Went off in his hand. I don't know if the 6 passes the 9. If it does, he's in good position. Actually better than he would have been anyway. He puts a strong stroke on that ball. Jared Pitts takes game number 1, taking a 1-0 lead over Mr. Greg Sabins. This is alternate break, and these guys had several innings because it was a layout that wasn't conducive to offense for a good while.
Two in the back?
I don't think it matters.
Now you're going to see a little bit of trouble, even with pure equipment like this. Greg had to shuffle those balls around a little bit to get a clean rack. Q Sports International, one of our tour sponsors, Ozzie Reynolds, the original owner and founder of the Action Pool Tour, has that company, which is, among other things, the North American distributors of Magic Rack, a plastic racking template that allows for a perfect break shot each time, every time, and is, for all intents and purposes, saves the wear and tear on the pool tables. Even perfect equipment such as this, the balls pit when they're hit hard and make little divots in the table. So anyway, well, thought I hit that.
It's still recorded.
Okay. I had a senior moment there, but now we're good. We're at Q Master Billiards in Virginia Beach. 56 players on the Action Pool Tour this month. Wonderful field. A double kiss that Greg Sabins wasn't expecting. Gives Jared at the table a pretty good shot. I gave Jared, the finger snap, indicating an excellent safety play. I'm George Hammerbacher, longtime voice of the Action Pool Tour and advanced level instructor, Professional Billiard Instructor Association out of Baltimore, Maryland. In my 8th season in the booth. That's going to be maybe safe behind the... it came out a little bit. Actually gave Greg an opportunity, if he can pocket this ball, to get a piece of the 8 and maybe open up his rack. 2 is hanging near the pocket. No, hit it roughly. We're at Q Master Billiards, just a sensational venue. As good as it gets for pool. This is a world-class facility with 75 tables of all descriptions, and you can get exactly what you want here. At leagues, tournaments, great food, great atmosphere, memorabilia everywhere. The place is dripping with memorabilia. It's been open for over 40 years and almost 50 years. Wonderful place. Always look forward to driving that 200 and 500 mile round trip over the weekend to come down here from Baltimore. What these guys are playing on a diamond pro cut table with 4.5 by 9 with 4.5 inch pockets, deep shelf. You got to make the balls on this table. Beautiful shot from Jared. That's as good as it gets. These balls should be fairly routine. Come out, get straight in on the 7. And play to the side pocket. Beautiful. He's getting his line of sight. He wants to maybe go a little past, roll forward a little bit so he can get the angle that he's looking at on the 8 to come back up table for the 9, or down table actually. He might be kind of straight in, but this is on his reach side. He'll be drawing his ball. Well done. Jared Pitts takes game number 2, takes a 2-0 lead over Greg Sabins. They're playing on the Simonis 860 tournament blue cloth on a diamond table with Aramith balls, and they're all sponsors of the Action Pool Tour. Great lighting systems, also diamond, and match the tables explicitly wood-wise and all. Just as good as it gets here. And the tournament room has 14 of these tables that are 8 feet apart. Jared is still trying to get the placement on his 1 ball. He's making the wing ball with that softish break, but he's going to have to play safe again. He might have left Greg an opening. I'm hard to say. Might have to jump. Might have an open shot, big shot for Greg in this match. A well-struck ball there. See if it can stay correctly for this 4-ball. Real soft. That was a little rough. He overcooked it a little. That's a nicely hit ball, but Greg still has some work to do here. Coming off this rail, he might hit the 6 if he cuts it in the side. He might. That was what, but he might have got straight in on this ball. Maybe a little angle coming out. He'll punch it down table if that's the case. Center ball. Oh, Greg. That's a tough miss. This looks like either 3 rails around, rail first, with a lot of right-hand English. He's looking at his paths that the cue ball's traveling. Lots of right English, I know that. Hit all center diamonds, classic position. Uh-oh. That was a little frisky, but he's still on the correct side of the ball. He'll fade to the 9 in the same pocket. He's methodical, young man. This boy's starting to turn into a player. Well struck. That's right, you take your time, you go through your routine. Jared Pitts takes a 3-0 lead in this match over Mr. Greg Sabins. That's a tough game for Greg to lose. He had a good rack and it got away from him. Other sponsors of the Action Pool Tour, most recently the Freedom Walk-In Tubs and Showers. Thank you very much. We're also sponsored by Viking Cues out of Wisconsin. I lived in Wisconsin for a number of years, and that they were beautiful hand-done cues by originally Gordon and Nancy Hart. Many people I competed with in Wisconsin also featured Viking cues, and they loved them. They're good cues, still are. We also have Kamui products, Kamui chalk, gloves, Kamui tips of all textures for the discerning player worldwide. A push is allowed the first shot after the break in this without penalty. Now Jared has his choice to whether make Greg shoot again or take it himself. Most of the time the incoming player shoots. He might give it back. He might turn back from the table, walk away. I got him 50-50 to do that. Jacked up. I don't know if he likes this. Yeah, I had a feeling that was. Greg has an opportunity to close this match to 3-1. Very important that he do so. Another sponsor of the Action Pool Tour includes Predator Cues and products. They make more than just high-tech shafts and cues. They make about anything and everything in the billiard industry. We have OzoneBilliards.com. Anything you want for your game room, you can get it there. Always free shipping online. We have Tiger products, tips, cues. We have Grant Wylie Photography. He's the husband of Chris Wylie, Action Pool Tour co-owner. Meanwhile, Greg has a chance to get one on his side here. He does. Greg Sabins gets on the board, trails 3-1. Like I said, Q Sports International, Las Vegas, Nevada, one of our sponsors, Ozzie Reynolds, original owner and founder of the Action Tour, has that organization. They own the BCA pool leagues. They hold the annual BCA nationals out at the lately at the Rio. And they run many national and worldwide events. They stream on video, lots and lots of pool tournaments. And they're the North American distributor of Magic Rack, which is going to allow you to have a clean, tight rack each time, every time. Sabins makes a good hit, but there are two chances. I say, Greg, I say he might go in and thin into those balls and roll into the 6-9 and play safe. But he shot out and made a mistake. Now we'll see this young gun and how he jumps. The 7 ball is in his path. He's got to reach for it. May not be able to get enough on it. He's going to have to kick maybe. Oh, he's lost his toy. He has misplaced his mineral. Sabins has an opportunity to close this to 3-2 and get back on his break. I would sort of like him to get on the other side of this ball. Clip to 6-9 a little bit. That, I don't know. He'll lay on the side rail and play a 6 in the side off that pocket hanger 5. I think he's going to go right on the side rail. Doesn't matter where he is along that rail. Now a touch shot. He's in a little bottom right hand ball, soft, and spin to the 6 in the side pocket. Excellent shot. Let's see if he might have to use a high left. He might have gone a little past his mark. That's a tough shot from the distance. That's a great shot there from Greg. Now just take care of business and come straight across. I drew it to the side. Player's choice. Greg Sabins takes game number 5 and closes the gap to 3 games to 2, and he's back on his break. Very fortunately, got the opportunity off of a scratch and took advantage of it. With ball in hand, these good players on this Action Pool Tour will generally always take ball in hand and do you dirty. That's why they're here. A lot of very good players in this field this week. Wow. Greg came up empty on that break. He hit him, might have sliced it a little bit. Safety coming here, I'm sure. Huh? He left Greg a hit on the ball. He might bank this around and try to stay on the rail. Oh, it went. Good shot. That's a nice layout from here if it gets to the 3 correctly. He did. He's in excellent position. That's ideal. Play the 5 in the same pocket, probably. High left. Perfect. Might have a little more angle on this ball than he might have liked. It's hard to tell. Might be having to play the 6 in the corner from here. He wanted to play the side, but I don't think he can get the side. He's going to have to play for 6 in the corner. He's on the 50-yard line. He got in between on that 5 ball. Remember, these gentlemen, they have jobs. They're weekend warriors. They're real good players, top professionals. That's what distinguishes these guys who are all between 600 Largo rating and in the low 700s. The top pros are over 800. Easy ball. Nice shot, little inside running English. Now he just lobs this with a lot of bottom left. Just shoots speed to reach. He tried to do more than he should have done. Overcooked it. Big miss. Jared might play this ball on the side and roll one to the 8 in the corner. Hard to say. Real tough shot in the side. Easier shot in the corner, but the position is difficult. He's gonna play this. Okay, Greg has got his chance to even this at 3-3. Play some running high right, clip the rail, and get 3 rails to the 8 in the side. Again, tough pockets. Honest playing tables. These tables are as good as they get. There are 8 feet between them, too, in this room. All the room in the world. So he's going to draw his ball. Nice hit. This is a center edge, a perfect half ball shot. Center cute ball to outside. Oh, no. That's awful for Greg. That's an uncharacteristic miss. That was a tough one. Sometimes these matches get lost. They don't get won. Instead of being even, it's 4 games to 2. That's a pretty hit. This 4 ball is up on this top rail. This is the shot here. No. Uh-oh. Greg has misplaced his mineral. So here we are with the 7 ball is in a questionable spot. I can't see whether it passes the 9. He might have bought himself straight in with this ball, which means that he's going to have to draw it out of there with inside English. And he's drawing himself safe. He'll have to jump now for sure. Watch the 9. If he hits his 5, he might go right into the 9 with a cue ball. And 9 ball, no balls called. That's the first ball that got slopped, as we call it. Now Jared has an opportunity here. He's got to make a long, tough shot on the 6. But if he's up to it, he's got built-in position on the 7. This looks like a made-to-order carom on the 6-9. That Greg hits a 6 real thin and goes off the 6. He could pocket the 9. Maybe that's a tough angle for that, but it's Greg's shot. Let's see what he does. Oh, he makes a good shot. He plays the shot that I saw. He gets back to 4 games to 3. They just flipped around games that last game Greg should have won and didn't. And now Jared comes right back and gives it right back. So it's 4 games to 3. Greg is on the break again. A great young man, Greg Sabins. I've known him for the length of time I've been down here on this tour. He's real good friends with the Philippine posse of Raymart Lim, Nilbert Lim, and R.J. Carmona. They're like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse down here. All excellent players. Well, Greg has parked his pelota up here. He's fortunate he didn't scratch, but he's got to probably roll out somewhere or other to the 2, which is way down table. He announces push, which is required. Also, we have the Dr. Dave Hunt here this weekend of Richmond, Virginia. His Hasselman and Hunt family dentistry practice has also been a long sponsor of the Action Pool Tour. Who I miss, I didn't see today, I hope he's okay, is Mr. Larry Flager, a gentleman that has the East Coast landscaping down here. Larry, I laugh until I cry when I'm hanging around Larry. He's so funny. Look forward to eating some sushi with him again soon. good opportunity for Greg to even this match up. Oh, no. This is a good opportunity back now. This 3-8 is a good combination down the rail, and cue ball's coming back over to get a shot on the 3 in the same pocket. Oh, he didn't make it. There's a shot on the 3 he would have had. This is tricky. Now it gets ticklish, gets touchy. Let's see what Greg can come up with now. Before it went clean, now I've just bounced off the side rail and play a 6 in the same pocket. The 7-8's a good combination, but he's better watch himself with that one. He's got to make sure that the 7 doesn't get away from him. Oh my gosh. Wow. Boy, that was just... These pockets are very deep. He might be trying to come around 3 rails to play the 7 in the top right corner on your screen, with a little touch of left English. Because this could come out about any way. He's drawing his ball back through his hand. That was a tough shot, really. That's a tough one for Greg. Another opportunity, even the match, he doesn't do it. He trails 5 games to 3. Next month, the Action Pool Tour will be at the real nice Diamond Billiards in Midlothian, Virginia, for the Virginia State 10-ball championships. Mr. R.J. Carmona of this general Tidewater area will be defending his title. Wonderful place. That's where I got introduced to the Action Pool Tour in 2013. Oh my! He pockets 3 balls, but he loses his cue ball, and there's Greg ball in hand with a good-looking 4-9 as a reward. I got him rolling down, playing the 2 ball in the corner or drawing it back. I don't know about this. I might be playing for the 4-9. He's going to try to come across. He's doing this a little quick for my tastes. Missed it. Did a little quick for my tastes. But then it was his shot. It wasn't Uncle George's. Oh, right. He gets ball in hand position and gets to play the 4-9. I would think. That's a real good-looking combination. Greg Sabins is taking a break, and I'm George Hammerbacher. I'm real convenient in the Baltimore-Washington corridor. I give private instructions, hands-on. I don't play games of pool with the students. you come in with your issues and we work on them. The most I ever teach anybody is once every 2 weeks. And plainly and simply, it's something I've been doing since 1975. And I study your form. And if you have fundamental flaws, we address them. But I'm also convenient to the I-70 corridor, Western Maryland, like Frederick. I'm around 40 minutes south and east of Frederick, Maryland, right down I-70. Just I give 20% discounts off my basic rates for any league or action pool tour or any tour memberships. And all I ask is for people that take lessons steadily to practice 10, 15 hours between sessions or elements covered in the instruction. You just can't throw money at this and get to be strong players like a lot of these guys without putting in the time. And that's essentially the long and short of it. I won't teach you calculus until you learn how to add 2 plus 2. So, but I teach all levels from beginner to touring professional. Only 50 to maybe 60 of us worldwide that are either advanced or master level at last count. I've certified new instructors in academies I've run. The Saxon Pool Tour is a regional tour that plays between Virginia and Maryland. And this year we'll be going down to Lynchburg and Roanoke this year, which is an expansion of our usual Richmond, Virginia Beach, Newport News, and a couple of Northern Virginia stops near D.C. We also stop in Maryland every year at Champion Billiards in Frederick, Maryland. These are all stops we're going to stop again this year. This is, I'd play the combination. I wouldn't necessarily do this. He's just jumping down there. He might take a look at this combination real good. He's out of his mind if he tries to run out. This is what I'm talking about. That's correct. Sabins evens account. He's been here like 3 straight games where he's had a chance to tie this match up off of his break and has let opportunities slip away. And I'm sure Greg, being the avid guy he is, when he watches this broadcast in a couple weeks when it's out on the worldwide net, I'm sure he would heartily agree with me with most all my commentary here. Let's see what he can come up with now. Broken. The last ball in flight goes down. The 8 ball does go down. And this is a tough shot because it's a little thin hit. And I don't think he can stay on the 2. He's got to come up and then back. That's how I saw it too. That was as good as he could have done. Hitting it soft. I wouldn't shoot at this ball. I don't think he will either. He fell in the hole. And leaves the 3-9 along this rail for his boy. Which I think he might avail himself of this opportunity. This isn't as easy as it looks. He could bobble this ball. Like I said, this is what Greg needed. Now he's going to have to capitalize. He's got good natural position on the 4 in the side pocket. If he makes his 3, his angle's perfect. Right there. That's all he could ever ask for from here is another opportunity. He's going to end up having to play for a 7 in the corner pocket, probably. The one he's standing over is my guess. Well, he's had, this is like the 3rd or 4th time he's had the out and refused to get out. Oh, that's not so good. The play has gotten a little ragged in this match. That's a good, strong shot there. Jared Pitts takes a 6-4 game lead over Mr. Sabins. We've had this going on, this pattern of trading games off the other man's break for like 4 games now. This is a big rack for Jared. I think he's finally zeroed in on the break shot and controlling the 1, because he has a formula to make balls on the break here with a soft break. He thinned them. That wasn't his best shot there. The 1-2 might go off the 7. The 1-2 combination. Never going to touch the 7. 1 will go off the rail and off the 7. 6-9 might be good. He might be playing the 1 into the 6-9 for the dough. That's what he's looking at. Well, but he's got a helper in the pocket. This is a tough selection here. I got him playing 1-6-9, the goose strikes wine, and the monkey chews tobacco on the streetcar line. He threw the 9. He didn't catch it flush, and he's not happy with that. He's had more than his share of opportunities to win this match. He might be going safe behind the 5. That was his intent. He over-chipped it a little. Might have the outside edge of it, or he might have to kick. Hard for me to tell from my vantage point or from the monitor. Seven's still a helper down there. He could float this in, get on the 3-ball nice. He's in Fat City, that's what he's looking at.
Jason Anderson, table 26. Montalvo and Anderson on 26.
Uh-oh. Well, that'll hold him. There's a safe he wanted before. He can hit the 3 side rail though. Left-hand English. That's a beauty. He gets to punch it up table. Might be a little straighter than he might have liked. Nah, it was pretty good. He just has to. Oh no. You can't ask for any more chances than you had, Greg. This boy is a good player that he's playing. You can't afford to do that. These are the best of the regional players that we have. We have several professionals in the field. This is a 75–80% bank in the side pocket. For a boy like this, he's at least 75% to make his ball. Oh, he lips it. The lipper averages. This is a tough shot. A disciplined leave. That's about all he could do is toss out a... He might even clip the 9 a little bit if he cuts this in. Which he did to perfection. Seven games to 4, Mr. Pitts ahead of Greg Sabins. I'll be back in a moment, folks.